What is up, you guys? Welcome to the video. My name is Arman. If you're new to this channel, I'm a Toronto-based deep and progressive house DJ and producer, and this YouTube channel is full of video lessons and tutorials aimed at beginner and intermediate level DJs to help you take your mixing skills up to the next level. So whether you're a beginner starting completely from scratch, you'll find videos for you, or if you're a little more intermediate and you're looking to really sharpen your skills, you're going to find some useful content as well. So please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already to keep up to date with all of my future lessons. Now, sorry for not posting in a little while, guys. I've been a little bit sick, and I still am, as you can probably hear from my voice, but I figured I'd try to get through this video. A lot of questions have been posted lately on my channel asking how come the crossfader on my mixer is always to the left side and I'm not moving it during my mixing. I've even had a few comments go so far as to accuse me of faking it and not actually mixing for real. So today we're going to look at how to set up a crossfader on a Pioneer DJM mixer, pretty similar to all other mixers, and whether or not you need to use the crossfader to mix if you're mixing, techno music, progressive house, deep house, or even house music. Now, the short answer to this question, do you need to use the crossfader, is no, you do not need to use it, contrary to a lot of the comments on YouTube, apparently. What you can do is actually use your volume faders and the EQ knobs on the mixer, and you can pull off pretty smooth, tight mixing like that. That's my personal style. I personally think it's the best way to mix. I think that it gives you a lot more control over the sound. And so historically, DJs who mix with hip-hop music, R&B, rap, they typically are the DJs who are using the crossfader. I suppose for other types of music where quick cuts can be important, like trap or sometimes drum and bass, and I'll try and show a couple of examples of this, using the crossfader can also be useful. I've done a video in detail on how to EQ mix, so I won't spend a great deal of time on that, but certainly go check out that video if you do want to learn how to EQ mix in that style. So let's take a look at the features of the crossfader on the Pioneer DJM 800 mixer, and we'll walk through it step by step. Alright guys, so here we are looking at the Pioneer DJM 800 mixer. This is a bit of an older mixer, but the way you set up your crossfader is pretty much identical on the newer models like the DJM 900 or 900 Nexus. So you'll notice that on the crossfader, the left side says A and the right side says B. Up here it says crossfader assign. That refers to this row of switches here, which are marked A on the left, through in the middle, and B on the right. So right now, the crossfader is on the through, as you can see, for channels 2 and 3, where I have music playing, as you can see up here on the LEDs. So through means that the crossfader is completely disabled. So you'll see if I raise this up, or channel 3, or both of them, you see that the crossfader is doing nothing. It's completely disabled. So that's how it's set when I'm mixing, which is why it just stays on one side the entire time. Now, if we want to assign these properly, because this channel 2 is on the left and channel 3 is on the right, it would make sense to assign channel 2 to the A side of the crossfader over here, and assign channel 3 to the B side over here. So now when we raise the music up, let's see what happens individually. See, on this side, channel B, because I'm not playing channel B because the volume fader is down, you don't hear anything. If we go back over to A, the song comes back. Okay, let's try B. Same thing. And if I do both of them together, you can come over to the track on the right, or back to the left. And if you leave it in the middle, you hear both tracks. I didn't beat match them, as you can hear. So now I've zoomed back out so you can see the entire mixer, including the EQ knobs, and I'll show you basically how EQ mixing is done. I'm going to move the switch back to through to disable the crossfader completely. Here it's doing nothing. And so let's go with this track here. If I take the bass and the mid level completely out, you can hardly hear the track, right? So when DJs EQ mix, you'll usually kill these almost to zero, by taking all of them, well, the bass and the mid level to 0, and sometimes you can take the treble down too if you want. And you hardly hear the track. I tend to leave the hi-hat in as a bit of a marker to help me beat match. Bring this up slow. Imagine this song is playing too, and slowly open the EQs up so you can slowly hear more and more of the song until you get to full. Now that's what I mean when you can sculpt the sound a bit more carefully than using a crossfader, because a crossfader, you just really would have to move it very slowly across a bit of a balancing act to get a smooth mix. So if you start using, you have to use the volume faders. Once you start using the EQ knobs too, there's really no reason to use the crossfader. So I'm going to record a couple mixes digitally with the overhead view. I'll do a mix with EQ mixing, and then I'll do a mix with crossfader, or vice versa rather. I'll do the crossfader first, so let's get that set up. And we can hear which mix sounds smoother. And I'll do my very best to mix very smoothly with the crossfader. And after that, I'll do a couple examples of some drum and bass music or something where it sounds good to do quick cuts across with the crossfader. I'm not a scratch DJ, so I don't really know how to scratch, but you can hear it. Right? You'd have this song playing. And you can scratch the other track by bringing the crossfader over. And of course, there's all that fancy hip-hop DJ stuff where they flick their fingers on it and do this crab walk thing. And really, it's beyond me because I don't mix that kind of music. All right, let's check out some mixes. Alright guys, so there you have it. I hope that video has been helpful for you in helping you decide if you want to use the crossfader or not for your style of mixing. And remember, if you see a DJ out there who's not using the crossfader at all, it doesn't necessarily mean that he or she is faking it. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back here next video.